Hello everyone, I'm back with a new video of the much awaited Cbse sample paper. I have tried to analyze the paper completely and find out the chapter wise weightage. If you see how do we get the access to the paper, I hope you all know it. If not, we will just go to Google and we will type CBSE. The first thing that comes to is cbseacademic.nic. So when I click on this, the CBSE academics, the options come here. I click on CBSE academic and this is what I get. Now when I scroll down this, you will see that, so when the first thing that I get is sample question papers. When I click here, I get the link to open the sample paper. This is for class 10. So when I'll click on this, this is the list of the question papers. I go to my own subject, mathematics standard, the sample paper and the marking scheme are both here. So I can just click on this. I will get the access of the CBSE sample paper. This is sample paper. If you see, there is no change in the format of the paper. It has again 38 questions. It is divided into 5 sections. Section A has 18 multiple choice questions and question number 19 and 20 are the assertion and reason based questions of 1 mark each. Section B is of very short answer questions, which is having the question number 21 to 25, 5 questions. They are of 2 marks each. Section C is a section of short answer type questions. Question number 26 to 31, which are carrying 3 marks each. Section D is again of 5 marks questions. There are 4 questions, question number 32, 33, 34, and 35. The long answers, the lengthy questions of 5 marks each. Section E is having 3 case-based questions, question number 36, 37, and 38, having 4 subparts, which are no longer the MCQ types. Since last year, we are getting them complete questions of which have to be solved. So 1 mark, 1 mark, and 2 marks each. Now, there's no choice as such. All questions are compulsory, but internal choice has been provided for 2 questions in section B, 2 questions in section C, and 2 questions in section D. Now, again, in section E, the 2 markers question, there's a choice that is there, but apart from that, all questions need to be done. These are the instructions that are there. So I'll just quickly scroll through the sample paper. What I feel is the paper is not a very difficult one. CBSE has been giving more difficult papers than this in exams. The sample papers are also a little more difficult than what we have received this time. But yes, this is a fair thing that we have now fair idea that there is no change in the question paper pattern that we'll be getting. This is the sample paper. So question 20, section A gets over. Section B is having 5 questions of 2 marks each, choice in question number 21 and 22. Section C has again 6 questions of 3 marks each, choice in question number 26 and question number 30. Section D has again 4 questions of 5 marks each, choice in question number 32 and question number 35. So if you see here, section E is having the case-based questions. As I told you, we are having 3 parts, 1 mark, 1 mark, and 2 mark. There's a choice in the 2 marks questions. So similarly for question number 37 and for question number 38. The paper is fairly easy. I'll now take you to the chapter-wise analysis. So this is the analysis that I have done. The number system is of 6 marks and it has having 1 chapter, real numbers. There's 1 question of assertion reason. There is 1 2-mark question where there's a choice in that, and there's 1 3-mark question. So in all, there are total of 3 questions carrying total weightage of 6 marks. We come to the next unit, the unit of algebra, which is of 20 marks. Now, these 20 marks are divided into 4 chapters, polynomials, pair of linear equations, quadratic equations, and arithmetic progression. The pair of the chapter polynomials is having, there are 3 questions in the paper, 2 questions of 1 mark each and 1 question of 3 mark, making the total of 5 marks. For a pair of linear equations, we have 1 question of 1 mark and 1 question of 5 mark, and there's a choice in that question. So in all, we are having 6 marks for the pair of linear equations. This question is, there's a graph question also this time that's been given to us. The quadratic equation, we have 1 question of 1 mark and 1 question of 3 marks, total 2 questions, and total weightage for the chapter given is 4 marks. Arithmetic progression, there are again 2 questions, 1 question of 1 mark and 1 question of 5 marks, making a total of 5 marks. So if you see, 5 plus 6 plus 4 plus 5, in all 20 marks are there for the unit algebra. We come to the next unit, coordinate geometries of 6 marks. There are 2 questions of 1 mark and 2 questions of 2 marks. In all, we are having 4 questions of 6 marks total. The geometry section has 2 chapters included, the triangles and the tangents to a circle, with a total weightage of 15 marks. The chapter of triangles is of 8 marks and the chapter of tangents to a circle is of 7 marks. We have 1 question of triangles MCQ, 1 question of 3 marks. It's a choice question. The options, we have an option there, and 1 question of case based. So that means 4 and 3, 7 and 1, 8, total of 8 marks. Tangents to a circle, 2 questions MCQs and 1 question of 5 mark. That means a total of 7 marks for the chapter of tangents to a circle. Next unit is trigonometry. In trigonometry, what do we have? Trigonometry, we have 2 chapters, Introduction to Trigonometry and Applications of Trigonometry. 2 questions of 1 mark each, MCQs, in the chapter of Introduction to Trigonometry. 1 question of 2 marks, 1 question of 3 marks, which makes a total of 7 marks for the chapter of Introduction to Trigonometry. And we have 1 question of the Applications of Trigonometry in the Heights and Distances chapter. That is again 5 marks. So total of 12 marks for this chapter. In the chapter of mensuration, we have 2 chapters carrying 10 marks weightage, area related to circles and surface area volumes. In the chapter of areas related to circles, we have 1 question of assertion reason, which is a 1 mark. There's a choice question also of 3 marks in this chapter. So 3 marks and 1 mark, total of 4 marks. Surface area and volumes, we have 2 MCQs and 1 question of 4 marks, which makes a total of 6 marks. Statistics and probability, the weightage is 11 marks. My suggestion is that these 11 marks are the easiest possible to score and no child should be losing marks here. In statistics, it's for 7 marks, probability of 4 marks. Now, these 7 marks are having 2 questions of 1 mark each, the MCQs, and 1 5 marker where there's a choice. Again, in this choice question, one of the question is of finding out the mean and the median. So the total weightage for statistics is of 7 marks. Probability, we have 2 questions of 1 mark each, the MCQs, and 1 question of 2 marks, and there's a choice there. So in all, we have total 4 marks questions. So if you see the chapter-wise weightage also we've done, 20 questions of 1 mark each, so 20 marks here. 5 questions of 2 marks each, so 10 marks here. 6 questions of 3 marks each, 18 marks here. 3 questions of 4 marks each, the case-based questions, 12 marks. 4 questions of 5 marks each, that is 20. So in all, the paper is of 80 marks. So I'm sure this is going to be a helpful thing for you. Send me your comments in the comment section if something is not clear. So I hope the CBSE paper also comes of the same difficulty level, and I'm sure you'll all be doing very well. So thank you so much. I'll be soon back with new video. Thank you.